first regular meeting, May 13th, 2026, 6 p.m., Parish Council Meeting Room, 5th floor Courthouse, Franklin, Louisiana. We'll have our invocation by Honorable James Davis Jr. and the Pledge of Allegiance by Honorable Mark Dubon. Please stand and remove your caps.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. We gather in your presence with grateful hearts, mindful of our calling to serve your people. Send your Holy Spirit upon us and as we begin this parish council meeting. Grant us wisdom to discern your will, patience to listen with open hearts, and courage to act with faith and charity. May all of our discussions be guided by truth, unity, and a sincere desire to build up our parish community. Help us to work together in humility and mutual respect, always seeking what is best for the good of all. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, roll call, Mrs. Morgan.
Yes, ma'am. Reverend Matthews?
Present.
Mr. Ina?
Here.
Mr. Olander?
Present.
Mr. Hill? He's absent. Mr. Rolfe?
Present.
Mr. Abair?
Present.
Mr. Davis?
Present.
Mr. Duhon?
Here.
Mr. Adams?
Here.
Dr. Rink?
Present.
And Mrs. Hidalgo.
Present.
You have a quorum present, ma'am.
Thank you. Item 5, reading of the minutes of the previous meeting. 5A is second regular meeting, April 22, 2026.
Madam Chair, I move that we dispense with the reading and accept as written.
Have a motion by Mr. Olander, second by Dr. Rink. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. At this time, 6 for guests. We're going to move up item 14B and 14C, and we'll get Mrs. Morgan to read that in for the record.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. 14B is a resolution of respect in memory of Mr. Michael G. Brocata. Thank you. So moved by Mr. Rolfe, seconded by the council?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I'll read the resolution into the record. Whereas the Lord Almighty in his infinite mercy and goodness has seen fit to remove from our midst Mr. Mike Brocata Sr., and whereas Mr. Brocata was a loving husband, father, grandfather, soon-to-be great-grandfather, brother, and dear friend, and whereas Mr. Brocata was a faithful servant whose standard of faith was always high and who built his life centered on faith, family, and community, and whereas Mr. Brocata was a mentor, steady presence, believed in doing things the right way, held high expectations, cared deeply about the people around him, known for honesty, precision, work ethic, approached everything with full effort, pride, and lived his values every day. And whereas Mr. Brocata served as a teacher and coach at Berwick Junior High School, an assistant principal and principal of Patterson High School for more than 20 years, and whereas the members of the St. Mary Parish Council wish to acknowledge publicly their sorrow and sympathy to the family of Mr. Brocata, and hopes that his family will find comfort in the thought that their grief and sorrow are shared by their friends. Now therefore be it resolved by the St. Mary Parish Council through the unanimous adoption of this resolution that they solemnly deliberate with sincere condolences, sympathy, and understanding during this time of grief. Adopted and approved by the St. Mary Parish Council in regular session, convened on this, the 13th day of May, 2026. Approved by Gwendolyn L. Hidalgo, Chairperson.
Anybody has any discussion? Anybody want to? Bear?
Always called him Coach. Coach Brocata. I had the privilege and the honor to him being my coach when I was in junior high school at Berwick Junior High School. Just an upstanding gentleman. I mean, he was a tremendous coach. And even once I graduated school, I'd worked for my father. My father had the car dealership in Morgan City, Abair Brothers Dodge. And Mike was, I mean, one of our premier customers, just outstanding person to deal with, just very, very respectful. His son's got some tall shoes to fill, I tell you, because he was one very honorable man, and I'm happy and pleased that I was able to know him. Thank you.
Ralph?
Like Patrick said, I knew him as coach too at the Berwick Junior High. First started there. He was a fine gentleman. He liked to joke around a lot, but when he was serious, you could see it on his face. He always made a face reaction that he was right, you was wrong. You knew it, and I always says, "You're right, Coach." So he's going to be dearly missed. He got a lovely family, sons, daughter, grandkids. I don't know what else to say, but he's going to be totally missed.
Have a roll call vote?
Yes, ma'am. Reverend Matthews.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ina.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Olander.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, he's absent. Mr. Roth.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Abear.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Duhorn.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Rink.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mrs. Hidalgo.
Yes, ma'am.
We have 10 yeas and 1 absent, and the resolution carries. Thank you.
Y'all come on and pile up here.
Thank y'all.
Have 14C, and it's a resolution of respect and memory of Mr. Joshua DJ Fab Singleton. And this, I will do a motion. Rev, you want to make a motion? on
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, I'll offer a motion to adopt.
that? Motion by Rev, and we'll have a second by the council. Okay, we'll do,
Want me to read it for you, sir?
I'll do the honors.
If your glasses are okay.
It is quite lengthy, so
Okay.
I'll
I
save
don't
you.
mind. Okay. Yes, sir.
Resolution of respect, whereas the Lord Almighty in his infinite mercy and goodness has seen fit to remove from our midst Mr. Joshua Singleton, better known as DJ Fab. Whereas Mr. Singleton was a loving son, father, brother, uncle, mentor, and dear friend, whose real gift was joy, connection, and making memories from high school dances,
to college nights, reunions, to bingos, and festivals, to community events. And whereas we, the members of the St. Mary Parish Council, and our entire parish-wide community hereby acknowledge that Mr. Joshua D.J. Fab Singleton was truly adored and revered as so much more than an amazing and inspiring radio personality who left a mark on the airwaves and in the hearts of so many, and the love of community and passion for music that echoed far beyond the radio station and the radio studio. His dedication to his craft and his genuine connection with his listeners and the community was his undeniable gift for bringing people together through music and entertainment. I had to borrow some glasses tonight, but they're not really helping. Whereas DJ Fab was so gifted at transcribing people's words and thoughts into messages of motivation and even hope, as such that when you heard his very distinguished trademark voice over the airwaves, whatever it was he was advertising, announcing, or promoting, you just knew you had to be part of it. And whereas it's also noteworthy that Mr. Singleton had a particularly special touch of class and elegance that his radiant personality added to every single event that he hosted. When DJ Fab was on his ones and twos, there was a special presence in his radiant personality that placed his gift and talent in high demand. And whereas the greatest contribution and blessing to St. Mary Parish, to which his gifts and talents are attributable, is the indisputable fact that Mr. Singleton used his platform and his voice as a source of empowerment for his listening audience across Southwest Louisiana and St. Mary Parish in particular, by sharing vital information aimed at improving the quality of life and the overall general welfare of our citizenry in St. Mary Parish. Whereas Mr. Singleton's legacy is a testament to his talent, his warmth, and commitment to bringing joy to many through music, the members of the St. Mary Parish Council wish to acknowledge publicly our sorrow and sympathy to the family of Mr. Singleton, and hopes that his family will find comfort in the thought that your grief and sorrow are shared by your friends. Now therefore be it resolved by the St. Mary Parish Council, through the unanimous adoption of this resolution, that we solemnly deliberate with sincere condolences, sympathy, and understanding during this time of great grief, and that we will remember that Joshua Singleton, aka DJ Fab, as a great humanitarian from St. Mary Parish, Louisiana, adopted and approved by this St. Mary Parish Council in regular session convened on this day, the 13th of May, in the year of our Lord, 2026, approved by our very own Chairman of the Council, Honorable Mrs. Gwendolyn Hidalgo, and attested to by our Clerk of the Council, Mrs. Elisa Morgan. And I would just like to share with the family for just a moment, particularly to my dear friend and long-term colleague, Sister Cynthia, that having the opportunity to witness the tremendous display of love and adoration that was displayed during the homegoing service just a few days ago it brought unspeakable joy, not just to myself, but to what I believe was the more than 1,000 people that were in attendance in that civic center. And the way your family deliberated and handled those final arrangements, I know that your son would have been well pleased. But more importantly than anything, I know that God was well pleased. And so We just commend you to the Lord Jesus Christ, that his love will continue to strengthen your hearts, and that in the days ahead, if there's anything that I personally can do, and I'm sure my colleagues share the same sentiment, then please feel free to call upon us. And we say to our entire community that love this giant of just public display so much that it's very rare that you get the opportunity to come and be a part of this public agenda. And this is something that we set aside for special moments, for special people. And so today, tonight, Joshua fits that bill. So God bless you and God keep you is my prayer. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I would.
Sam?
I've known DJ probably close to 50 years. Always a good guy. We lived down the street from each other. He was he was someone that put things together. When I went to Baton Rouge, kind of lost track, came back, found him again, and we had a really good time. I was very sorry to see him go, but he was a champion.
Yeah, I know a lot has been said, but he was just an all-around good guy. We could go. I don't have any words that could truly fit his legacy, but he will definitely be missed.
This is on item 14C. Mr. Ina,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Olander,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, he's absent, Mr. Rolfe, Mr. Abear, Mr. Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Duhon.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Rink.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Hidalgo.
Ma'am.
Reverend Matthews.
Unequivocally, yes, ma'am.
Sir, we have 10 yeas and 1 absent, and the resolution carries.
Gonna go to item 6, gas, 6B, Marcus Johnson to appear before the council.
And Ms. Janet Okran cannot appear tonight. She'll be here next meeting.
Madam Chair,
That's okay.
we're on 16, I'm sorry, we're on 6B.
6B, yes.
Marcus is
Marcus,
not here, but his mother is here in his place. He had something to do for work. Could she
Okay,
come and
yes.
speak on his behalf? Madam Chair, would that be okay?
approach.
Come on.
Let's see. You can pull the mic up too. Thank you.
Thank you.
State your name for the record, please.
My name is Belinda J. Robertson.
The mic.
Might have to speak up.
A little closer to the mic.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
better?
it. That's better.
Thank you.
You don't want to miss a thing you say.
Proclamation request. May 13, 2026, to the St. Mary Parish Council from Marcus L. Johnson, advocate for World IBD Day Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, for the annual Wellness Day on May 19th for the World IBD Day Crohn's disease and World colitis. What is the purpose of this proclamation? My name is Belinda J. Robinson. I stand before you today as the mother, representative, and supporter of Marcus L. Johnson. Marcus is unable to be here due to a work-related engagement. My name is Marcus Johnson, a citizen, long-life resident, and employee of St. Mary Parish. Today I speak to you not as an employee, but as a Crohn's disease warrior. As a Crohn's disease warrior, I am writing a letter to advocate for the day of May 19th annually for this date of 2026 to be declared as IBD, Crohn's, and ulcerative colitis Awareness Day in St. Mary Parish. As a local and global advocate, I speak and advocate for the thousands of undiagnosed and uncured in and around the area of St. Mary Parish, educating and bringing awareness to this autoimmune disease that affects many individuals locally as well as globally. With positive diagnosis, numbers are growing daily. This autoimmune disease has affected hundreds, possibly thousands in our parish. Research states that there may be thousands of individuals who are going undiagnosed due to the lack of education of the disease, proper care, resource to help, and the lack of education about the symptoms. There are also those who have been diagnosed and cannot afford medication and or treatment to help manage this autoimmune disease. With some medications, treatments and surgeries cost more than $6,000 per treatment and tens of thousands per surgery. This makes being treated successful. This makes being treated stressful, difficult, and almost impossible. Here are some more facts about the disease that you may not be aware. The disease differences. Crohn's disease can affect any part of the GI tract, from the mouth to the anal, often appearing in patches. Ulcerative colitis is limited to the large intestines, the colon, and rectum. Depth of inflammation. Crohn's inflammation can extend through the entire thickness of the intestinal walls, while ulcerative colitis only affects the innermost lining of the colon. Common symptoms. Both diseases cause abdomen pain, cramping, diarrhea, weight loss, and fatigue. Crohn's may also cause mouth sores, while UC is more likely to cause urgent bloody stools. Causes and triggers. The exact cause is unknown, but it involves an immune system malfunction. It is not caused by diet through certain foods, although certain foods can trigger the symptoms. Treatments and management. There is no cure, but medication such as anti-inflammatory drugs, immune system suppressants, and surgeries are effective for managing symptoms and reducing flare-ups. Demographics. While IBD can affect anyone, it is most prevalent in adolescents and young adults ages 15 through 35. Long-term risk. Patients with IBD, particularly those with long-term widespread disease, have a higher risk of developing cancer. Fatigue. A very common, often deliberating symptoms affecting nearly 50% or more patients. There is no cure. Why am I seeking support from you? Why is this day necessary? The fact above show that it is hard for anyone, rather diagnosed or undiagnosed, to navigate daily life with Crohn's or colitis. The fact indicates that 1 out of every 100 patients tested for Crohn's or colitis each year are diagnosed with Crohn's or colitis, meaning 70,000 new patients globally will be diagnosed yearly. This means many individuals having the potential to struggle financially, to get the support they need, and medically to live with this disease unless we bring the necessary attention to it. We can make May 19th of each year a day to raise awareness in the parish and surrounding areas so people know what it is, how it can be treated, what signs and symptoms to look for, and ways to seek resources to be able to afford treatment. Not just for adults, but for children as well. We also seek to help those who have been diagnosed as well as those who are undiagnosed, those who may be giving care to someone with this disease. We seek to help individuals better understand the transition their body will go through, how to support someone who is going through, and most importantly, we want to give emotional, spiritual, and mental support someone may need while going through this journey. By adopting this proclamation, this will show the citizen constituents of St. Mary Parish and the warriors who are fighting the battle against these incurable disease, IBD, Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis. No one in this family fights alone. St. Mary Parish will fight with them and fight with you. May 19th, IBD, Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis, humbly submitted, Marcus L. Johnson, Crohn's warrior. Thank you.
Madam Chair, can we move up item 14A and adopt this proclamation?
I'll read it into the record. 14A is a proclamation proclaiming May 19, 2026 as Annual Awareness Day, World IBD Day, Crohn's and Colitis Disease in St. Mary Parish. What are y'all wishes?
So moved.
Second by the council.
Discussion? Dinah?
Belinda, thank you for coming in Marcus's place today. Marcus, just to be clear, Marcus has Crohn's disease.
Yes, he does.
Marcus is an employee of St. Mary Parish government. He works out of the barn over there. Marcus goes to work every day, and Miss told you about the condition. And some days that's my childhood friend from a long, long, long time ago. Goes to work every day. Some days he has good days. Some days he has not so good days. He shows up and he does an excellent job for us in the parish. So I want to commend him and commend you for coming in this place, Ms. Belinda. But that shows his character to come and do that every day, because some people would just say, hey, I'm gonna just pack it in and figure out a way not to do it. But he serves us well, and I commend him for that, and I commend you for coming in this place, Ms. Belinda.
Thank you. And I just want to add, the reason why he's advocate and pushing for this because he went 7 years undiagnosed. 7 years. And even at the point we almost lost him. But
I remember that. Oh, last thing, Ms. That's an annual event Marcus has put together. That was an annual event. What's the date on that, Ms. Belinda?
May 23rd, which is next week, next Saturday, and this is his 4th annual.
That started from scratch.
Yes.
Right? Just kind of put that together. And
Do you have a time and a place of the event?
Yes, I do. It's next Saturday under the, on the bayou, under the pavilion from 9 to 1. They're gonna have they're gonna do a walk. They're gonna have an inspirational message. You're gonna have some gonna come and they're gonna talk about Crohn's. They're gonna have vendors. They're gonna have food fun. Even children, they're gonna have stuff for children. They're gonna have games and spacewalks. So it's not just for adults. It's for the children as well. It's a family thing. Because as he said, we as a family, we fight together. So we fight together and we stand together. So I appreciate y'all support and come out. Thank you, Ms. Bynum.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Just one comment. I can attest to Marcus being at work every day or as often as he can. I spoke to him just today. There was some road repairs we needed done in District 1, and Marcus was on it within less than an hour. He texted me back and confirmed that it was done. I don't know where he was at the time. I didn't ask him where he was, but he was on the job.
Yes.
And that's been, he's been consistent that way. That has been my experience with Marcus regularly. I'm the kind of person that when I request something, I don't just text him, I text his supervisor as well, just to make sure that the lines of communication are in full circle. And whether or not his supervisor is involved, he's always consistent in his work. And not only that, I can recall a few months back, Marcus hosted, for the last several years now, he hosted a youth trip to Grambling State University to bring young people, students, high school students, to the university campus for a high school senior day to be exposed to the college campus. And I can remember talking to him when he was getting ready for that trip. And I think he shared with me on one of those instances that he wasn't feeling well, but he was going anyway. And that's the Marcus that I know. He pushes to the limit to make sure that he keeps his commitment. And that's an honorable man. So thank you for sharing him with us.
Yes. And also I want to thank my family. This is support. This is our support. Thank them for
Thank y'all.
I wanted to add also, I have a great nephew, and he was diagnosed at 2 years old. He was one of the youngest ones to have Crohn's, and he was hospitalized several times. We thought we was going to lose him. He is now a thriving 13-year-old, doing his medicine on his own, gives his own shots, and knows what hurts him and what doesn't hurt him to eat. So we are we're very aware. We're in this. We went to a walk in Baton Rouge one time. I had all the shirts, and my niece was like, "Aunt Lisa, find out when they're doing everything so we can try and go." So that's why I was pressing on all the details so we can know what time it's going to be at, where it's going to be, and tell everyone to come out and help support this.
And before I leave, I do have flyers I could pass
Please
out to
do.
the council.
Oh, too.
I work better with a flyer.
Okay.
With some
All right.
dates and
I do
times on
have
it.
some.
Madam Chair, if I could just ask one more question.
Reverend Matthews.
Our very capable team from Hospital Service District 1 is present tonight, and I'm just curious, have there been numerous cases of this in our parish or in your data? Do you have numerous cases of this diagnosis?
Yes, we do. Robert Ray, Chief Nursing Officer, how you been? Yes, we do. And we do all the things that we will do them in the community care
Right.
home, but especially as far as GI, we do have to do transfers, and we definitely need to stabilize to be able to go. And like she said, a lot of these patients deal with this on a day-to-day basis. They can pretty much come to us and tell them, hey, this is what hurts, this is what didn't hurt, this is what I had, this is what I ate, kind of thing. So
Good.
we do see that in our parents.
Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing.
I think that would be a great partnership opportunity right there.
He did reach out to Bayou Bend. He talked to someone else at Bayou Bend, but he did reach out to him. And for the last 3 years, Bayou Bend have come out and supported this event.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank y'all.
They have.
I'm getting voluntold, as the physician up here, since I know how to pronounce
She
the
can
word.
pronounce the words better than me.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like another partnership.
But I mean, I could second what Robert says. You know, I take care of a lot of that because we don't have GI as a specialty, so us general surgeons take care of it quite a bit also. You know, and we do have quite a few members of our community that have Crohn's disease, and you know, usually I'll take care of it until it gets to my capability to where they need infusions, which we don't have available in the community. So unfortunately we don't, but hopefully it's something in the future we can talk about, so as the hospital is growing. But to read the proclamation, whereas World IBD Day is observed annually on May 19th to raise awareness of inflammatory bowel diseases, including Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which affect millions of people worldwide. And whereas inflammatory bowel disease, also known as IBD, are chronic lifelong conditions that cause painful inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract and can significantly impact the physical, emotional, and financial well-being of individuals and families. And whereas despite advances in medical research and treatment, there remains no known cure for IBD, and continued public awareness, education, advocacy, and research are essential to improving quality of life and advancing towards better treatments and ultimately a cure. And whereas healthcare professionals, caregivers, advocacy organizations, researchers, and community members work tirelessly to support those living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis through compassionate care, education, and public outreach. And whereas increasing awareness and understanding of IBD helps reduce stigmata, encourages early diagnosis and treatment, and promotes support for those affected in our communities. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the St. Mary Parish Council and the Parish President on behalf of the entire St. Mary Parish government do hereby proclaim May 19th, 2026 as World IBD Day / Crohn's and colitis disease, and encourage all citizens to recognize the importance of supporting individuals living with inflammatory bowel disease and to promote awareness, education, and research efforts throughout our community. Adopted and approved by the St. Mary Parish Council in regular session convened on this 13th day of May 2026, approved by Gwendolyn Hidalgo, chairperson, and attested by Lisa Morgan, our clerk. Roll call.
Thank you. This is an item 14A. Mr. Olander.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Hill, he's absent. Mr. Rolfe.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Abear.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Duhon. Mr. Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Rink.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Hidalgo.
Yes, ma'am.
Reverend Matthews.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ina.
Yes, ma'am.
We have 10 yeas and 1 absent, and the resolution carries. Thank you. Thank you.
We're looking forward to
Y'all
having
want to take a
him.
picture? Sure. Okay.
We're looking forward to having him for a long time. We're looking forward to having him here for a long time.
Yeah. A couple of y'all get on the other side of Mr. Ina. There we go. Right. You okay? You okay? All right. Yeah. Squeeze on in. Okay, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Move on to, under guest, 6C. Brett Allen, Vice Chairman, Board of Commissioners with Bayou Bend Health Systems, to appear before the council with a presentation. Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Madam Chairman, Madam Secretary, Dr. Rick, and members. Thank you for having us here tonight.
The board tries to come every couple of years to give you an update of what's going on at the hospital, and I bring you very good news tonight. I don't think that the hospital has ever been better off financially or staffed, treating more disease and there for the community than it's ever been. When I first got on the board, 72% of the population of St. Mary Parish, the hospital service district, I should say, the out-migration is 72%. People living in the hospital service district had to go outside to find healthcare services that they needed. As of the last community health assessment, we've cut that number almost in half. So it's a tribute to what's going on over there. Very proud of the staff, very proud of the work that they do. And to bring you somewhat of an update tonight, we're going to break this up into three. I have with me tonight Stephanie Guidry, CEO of the hospital, who's done an excellent job in the last 8 years, I guess she's been here, of righting the ship, if you will. Also, Robert Rahim, who's the chief nursing officer, and I'm going to let them speak, and I'll do the follow-up at the end and take any questions that you have. So I think you can see from the last presenter how important having services here in the community. A community without a hospital is not a functioning community. It is important that we keep there, if only for the first hour, the golden hour they call it, the first half hour, the first hour of treating and stabilizing patients and taking care of their needs, even if they have to be shipped off because we don't have the expertise here, we save lives. And there's no doubt about it. And one of the reasons I'm so passionate and got involved with the hospital district, believe me, I have plenty of other things to do, but I see the importance and how much it affects the community and exactly the betterment of the community and what it does. And the financials and the system that we have here, I would put up against any rural hospital in the state. I put up against any hospital there is. And I'll mention to you, in the state of Louisiana, of the rural hospitals, the critical access hospitals, they call them, there are only 3 independent ones. Everyone else has been taken over by a larger system, the Oshners, the Lourdes of the world. We're still truly an independent hospital here in St. Mary Parish. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ms. Guidry, and she'll go over a lot of the good things that we've been doing.
Thank you, council members, for allowing us to be here. It's an honor, and it's always a pleasure to come and give an update for everything that's going on. As you can see, we have added a multitude of new physicians and specialties. I need to apologize to Dr. Parish Rink for leaving Rink off the list. I duly apologize. But as you can see, we've added 8 new specialties. Pain management, which is Dr. Lisa Brown. Pediatrician, who just started in March, Dr. Bakara Janadri. And in June 1st, or that first week of June, we will have a new urologist, Dr. Kelly Busey. He will be here then. Dr. Parish Rink has come on with us full time, and it's been a pleasure. She's doing a great job with Dr. Johnny Perez. They're in the same office. And then we, of course, have Ortho LA, and they have 5 or 6 orthopedic surgeons who are coming here operating and seeing patients on our campus. And new to us is Cardiovascular Institute of South Louisiana. They're seeing patients at the Wellness Center as well. And Robert's going to talk a little bit more about it, but they're also seeing our inpatients. So, and then we have Senior Behavioral Health Outpatient in the Wellness Center. All of those programs are doing very well. The way we determine what specialties we need to bring to the community is every 3 years we do a community health needs assessment. And that assessment looks at the entire parish as well as our service district and says, where are the holes? Where is the need? Who is not being taken care of? And so we use that as our guide on deciding what specialties to bring in. And because we are a senior community, although I do see some young people moving back, but we're a majority senior population, we gear our services more towards that population, except for pediatrics. So because we have labor and delivery, we need those pediatrics services. Let's see. Also, our our 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old fitness center is doing amazing. We average between 1,650 to 1,700 members per month, which everybody said we couldn't do it. It wasn't going to happen. It was going to be a failure. It's far, far, far from a failure. We are very, very proud of that program and that facility. We have the membership fees are very reasonable. If you don't know what those are, they're $30 a month, which is incredibly cheap when you get everything included. 65 classes a week, 2 pools. We also just added a 400-meter walking track. We have 8 pickleball courts or 2 tennis courts. And we're going to be adding a pavilion out there, a 40 by 80 pavilion and restrooms. So that's all available to the community for $30 a month. You couldn't find a better deal. Besides the fact that it's beautiful. We have lunch and learns at the Wellness Center now. We have a couple a month. And so understanding arthritis and pain management was one of them. Nutrition and chronic disease was one. And then we did one on mental health, and that was how are you really doing? And so there's been 2 every month for the last couple of years, and they are very well attended. We usually have 60, 70, 80 people who attend those, and we provide lunch when that happens. So they're very, very popular. We have runs, 5Ks. We've supported all the Harvest Moon and the Bear Festival and all that. And then monthly they have a ruck club who go all over the parish and outside the parish and do a ruck once a month. So there's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of friendships, renewed friendships going on. It's a meeting place. It's really been a shot in the arm for the service district and frankly, and we're very, very proud of it. Now I'm going to let Robert come up, and he's going to talk a little bit about the teleservices that we are offering in the hospital.
Thank you all for having us. Thank you, Council. And I just want to echo what Brett and Stephanie were saying. When it comes down to us being a rural hospital and not having all those specialties, and when we look at what our hospital and our community needs, we looked at from our emergency department, those patients that was coming in that we were getting transferred out. One of our highest ones was cardiology, or our cardiovascular patients were coming into the ER, getting transferred out, and we wanted to ensure that we was able to keep them in our community. So we partnered with CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, to do telemedicine at our hospital. That way we can keep those patients that have CHF, CAD, hypertension. We can now keep those patients in our community, in our hospital, and provide care for them. We don't have the interventionist, so we do transfer those out that are actually truly having a heart attack. But for those that are not, we're able to keep in our hospital. So our telecardiology program is working very well. Our second highest transfer out was renal disease, kidney disease. So again, we looked at that and said, how can we keep those patients in our community? So we now have a telenephrology program that we're able to keep those patients in our hospital and care for those patients that have renal disease. So we do transfer those that are acute kidney disease out. However, if it's chronic, we can keep those here at our hospital and care for them and perform inpatient dialysis for them if needed. Dr. Abraham spearheads that, and she does a very good job with communicating with our hospitalists, Dr. McPherson and Dr. Degatere, to ensure that those patients are cared for as well. Same thing goes with our stroke patients. We looked at that and said, hey, how do we get the interventions timely to ensure that we can see if the patient's having a stroke and what we can do. We have a brand new MRI, state of the art, that we moved into our building that we can look at that. We can do a 5-minute MRA to be able to see where that large vessel occlusion is, to be able to get interventions to those patients timely. We still have to transfer them out because we don't have a neurologist inside to see them, but we're able to treat them very quickly and very timely. And with our psych patients, we understand that behavioral health is real. After Hurricane Katrina, with charity closing down, psych patients being placed, was very hard and difficult. So we have a telepsychology program that is able to help us look at those patients, see if they need to be treated, PC'd, and then we were able to send them out. We're actually doing a very, very good job with caring for those patients. With the addition of Dr. Perez and Dr. Prejean, we're going to be applying for our Bariatric Center of Excellence, which is, shows how the great care that we're providing surgically for our patients. And we were actually recognized in Becker's of our low infection rates as far as how we care for patients that have infectious diseases as well. And with our fitness center and all the great numbers that Stephanie provided, we're going to be looking for our fitness certification as well. So we're doing a great job of ensuring that our community is being cared for as far as wellness across the board. And so with that, I'm going to go to Mr. Brooks. Thank you, guys.
So I'd like to recap some of the construction that we've done at the hospital. You've all been through and toured the Wellness Center, beautiful facility, a real asset to the community. But beside that, we've also remodeled the patient access to make it more consumer friendly. The little window's not there anymore. It's open. It's becoming a modern hospital as far as patient access. Add 2 new waiting rooms for the surgery, lab, and radiology. We just got through, or in the midst of completing, 2 new operating rooms. We previously had 2 when the hospital was built. We added 2, got 1 certified. We're fixing to certify the other one. That construction project, along with the building out to put the MRI, the new MRI in, state of the art, better than anyone around, has cost us right at $12 million. So when you add the 23 million and the 12, between state and federal funds, in St. Mary Parish, we've added $34 million worth of new construction without pouring a penny. All on capital outlay or Fed fund matching. No one else around here has done anything close to that. Future construction, remodeled Dr. Perez and Prejean's office to provide more exam rooms because they are so busy. I mean, we built 2 new operating rooms and are trying to attract new docs to come in. We're trying to get as full a service as we can possibly get in the operating rooms. Remodel lab and physical therapy in the hospital. Build new physician offices across the street next to the church because we're running out of room. We're actively recruiting now 4 new physicians and probably going to get at least 3 of the 4, if not all 4 of them. New services coming here. Remodel the lab and physical therapy in the hospital. The lab was too small. We couldn't keep up with the volume that we were doing. Build new physician offices, building, already said that. And all told, when we finish with this is another $8 million that we've set aside from grants and savings that we've done. Will be a total of $40 million in new construction in St. Mary Parish that hasn't cost the parish a dime. Very proud of what we've been able to do. As I said, we're recruiting new physicians. We're looking to expand services. That's all the good news. Let me get to the bad news. I'm going to be straight up with you. You knew before when we had meetings with you that labor and delivery was a challenge for us because we lose money on it. We've been able to secure funds temporarily, but from the state through a CMS state plan amendment of $1 million a year that I think they're going to commit to for a while longer. And as long as we have those funds, we'll be able to keep labor and delivery. But they're not guaranteed into the future. We're going to hold on to those services just as long as we can. Bad news is the big beautiful bill in what's to come. Medicaid enrollment has declined by 22%. As you know, a small rural hospital, we're completely dependent on Medicaid. Medicaid, Medicare, the whole 9 yards. That's where it is. We're building new services. We're building new facilities,
to attract the private pay, which is a higher pay mix, to make the books look better. But we're still completely dependent on Medicaid, and there's no way around that. Hospitals will collect. In fact, I read a report today. 200,000 less Medicare patients on the rolls this year so far, but that's some key. 22% decline. Hospitals will collect less funds, and bad debt will rise. Medicaid utilization is going down, and additional Medicare utilization is going down, and additional funds would typically be based on the number of Medicaid recipients will go down as well in 2027. Another program that is funded by the state is projected to decrease by 70%. These are matching funds. A shift from standard Medicare to Medicare Advantage, which is seen over the last 4 or 5 years, is also affecting the financial outlook. Traditional Medicare that I'm on has a higher reimbursement, but when you give it out to an insurance company, they tighten the belt on you as much as they can, and our reimbursements are just less. And annual Medicaid cost reports will be affected negatively. That's the reimbursements we get from the Fed to keep it open. The board has tasked management with looking at all the specialties. We're trying to gather as many as we can, analyze them, and see what the cost is. But at some point in time, guys, we're going to have to keep the doors open. And if it means going down to the core services, we'll have to do what we got to do. It would be better to put away services than to close the doors. We're committed to doing everything we can to make it viable and financially secure, but there are real challenges coming up in the future. And I'll mention one more challenge before I close. Ms. Guidry behind me has given us notice that in April of next year she will be retiring. So finding a new CEO, we've hired a firm who's familiar with doing this, and we're doing a nationwide search for a replacement for the CEO. We will take nothing less than the quality that we have now. So it's going to be a challenge. The board in the next couple of years is going to have that challenge of replacing her and make sure that the hospital is on a good, even keel. And I don't mean to sound pessimistic, because I really believe the future of the hospital is good. We are the strongest rural hospital financially, because I get to see the books on all of them, particularly the critical access ones. We are one of the strongest in the state, if not the strongest. But that doesn't mean all the rest of them won't close, and they'll be gunning for us too. We're committed to this board has done a great job, and we're committed to keep as many services and serve the parish as well as we can. That being said, the team we have with the new chief nursing officer and the team that he's put together, I don't think you're going to find a better emergency room. The critical access that's needed is just superior to most anything around here. And we're really blessed to have such a gem in our community. With that, I'll be happy to take any questions or any questions for the staff that they have here. I know you have a long agenda tonight, and I don't want to belabor things, but happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Senator Allen, for that report, and to the rest of the team, Stephanie, Mr. Robert. This is vital information that needs to get out to our community. And so I would encourage this type of dialogue maybe once a quarter, particularly as we approach some of these challenging times that you described, that I'm sure most people are anticipating based on what's happened in our country over the last several years. But considering that, I am interested in hearing your perspectives on the relationship that we currently have and that we've had for some time with the third-party contractor, Community Health. Do you see the value in continuing that relationship, and if so, why? Tell me why.
They keep us from having to align with an option or a list.
Okay.
They provide the services that we can't provide for ourselves. And so you have to have those audits, consulting. They manage and own hospitals. They are a consulting arm to us. If we did not have them, we could not do everything that needs to be done alone. So we would end up going to the lower option in order to stay.
So you're confident that that relationship gives us the return on that investment?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do want to add that Medicaid enrollment, we have put a full-time person that's a Negro. And she does nothing but work with people to make sure they stay on Medicaid, that they're up to date on their documents and their forms. So if you hear of anybody that's not sure what to do or how to do it, or call us, we want to help because it's beneficial to us to help make sure people can stay on the insurance. Because without the insurance, then they're going to come to the ER and it's going to be no paying and no that. It's going to become a vicious cycle.
Correct.
So we're trying to be very proactive so that we make sure we can help everyone. Make sure they have insurance.
That's,
Six is and they've done a lot. And they continue to do it. So,
Okay.
then allow
well, I appreciate you sharing that.
sure, absolutely.
It's a common question that I'm asked by people in the community. So,
Well, and, you know, people wouldn't know it's HCI because they're not in the hospital. They're not.
right.
But Robert is a part of it, chief nursing officer, through CHC, they can do for monthly meetings. That's how he keeps up on what's coming down the pipe with nursing, and state,
Right.
government, federal. I mean, there's no way to know all this.
And that's why I wanted to engage this particular topic, because people need to know that we need to hear why that relationship is vital, what are the services that they're bringing to our hospital, and how we benefit from those, and what the alternative options would be if we didn't have them. So thank you for sharing that. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
CHC has been a good partner with us. In fact, that's who we contracted with to do the search for a new CEO.
Okay.
And they're reaching all the way through the South. So when I say it's a nationwide search, it really is going on the boards, and we're getting applicants that we wouldn't know how to start. We wouldn't know where to begin to do that.
Right.
We have to hire somebody, and they've been the best one. I want to thank y'all again for your time and attention. We're very proud of what we do. We think we have a jewel in this community, and we really appreciate the support of the council.
We appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair. I'm going to do something I said I would never do because you didn't want me to do it. I saw Senator Allen at work. He was serious. He went and got the money to build that place and shocked me. When I talked to him, I said, we got trouble in Morgan City. He says, perfect. I'm going to do here. You go fix it over there. He doesn't ask for glory or anything like that. He works quietly. He gets things done. If we would not have this hospital, could you imagine what condition we would be in? Same thing in Morgan City. He knew and he understood where the trouble was, and he knew who to go to. And in those years that we spent together, we had one argument that lasted 7 seconds. That was it. That was it. We just worked and worked, and it's been a pleasure to work with you, and we're still doing it. Thank you so much.
Item 7, public comment. Dr. Secor, do you want to speak at this time, or you want to wait till your agenda, your item comes up? Okay, we'll let you speak now.
I'm Francis Scott Secard. I own property at 1933 Highway 182E, Bayou Vista, Louisiana. I have an item on planning and zoning, and I'm just here. I attended tonight in case there's any questions or concerns.
Item is it?
It's gonna be for introduction. We're not discussing it
Oh,
tonight.
Well, recommended specific use.
okay.
9A1C, Rev, recommend specific use.
Okay, we'll move on. Thanks. Okay, item 8, report from our parish president, Mr. Sam Jones.
Could you, I don't know if Senator Allen has left. Or he'll be back. There's an appointment coming up. And rather than leave y'all there too long, I was hoping to take it up if you could do it. Let's wait till he comes back.
Madam Chair, can we bring up item J under the Hospital Service District 1, please?
You wait till he comes back. You may want to talk.
16.
To wait till,
Listen,
si-
Okay.
And Mrs. Sam, did you have any other report to
No,
tell us while we wait?
I've been told we can vote it or whatever.
Okay.
It's
All
up
right.
to y'all.
Go to item 9, report from personnel. Mr. Paul Gouvernail
Oh,
of
wait,
CAO.
I haven't given my report yet.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what she was asking you.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all wanna take up the hospital service district? He's in there.
sure, go ahead.
So, 16, new business J, Hospital Service District Number 1, Bayou Bend Health System has 1 vacancy. Sandy McClellan and Christopher H. Childers has submitted their names. What is y'all wishes?
We'll move for Miss Sandy McClellan, please.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Abear, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am.
Reverend Matthews?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment that it has been brought to my attention that while the other candidate is certainly a qualified and eligible candidate, there could be some potential conflicts of interest because of some other types of contracts that his employer may have with the hospital service district. I just want to make mention of that and put that on the record. That's it. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Dr. Rink?
Carries.
Okay,
Thank y'all for
hold
coming.
on, Senator. No, I'm finished. Go home.
I'm finished. Go.
We wanted him
He
here
just
for the
got what he
vote.
wanted. Y'all good?
Stay if you wish, but you got there's appointment been made and everything. So. Good.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thanks
y'all.
for coming.
Appreciate y'all.
I wanted to announce that we've hired Ross Meir to be our to replace Jimmy Broussard, who's going to retire at the end of middle part of June. So we'll have a transition going on, but he's already working on the hurricane stuff and all that. So I thought it's important everybody knows the new guy and his name.
What's his name again?
It's Ross Meir.
Ross.
Ross Meir.
ROSS.
And he was, yesterday, he was on the job with the hurricane thing in Morgan City and all that. I think some of you went there.
Yes, sir. Myself and Reverend Matthews went to that meeting, the awareness meeting. Ross spoke. He gave a presentation. He did good. I know Ross because Ross used to work for me, wildlife and fisheries under me. He's going to do a fine job. He's been through a lot of hurricanes along from Katrina to Andrew, all the way down the list. So I think he's ready to take on that job.
and he was he worked for the sheriff, but he also was working for the what was the Fish and Wildlife?
Yeah, Wildlife and Fisheries.
He knows where he knows where everything is, and you know, we interviewed him, and it was good, a good one. And we needed to do it. We need to do it quickly because Jimmy's not going to be here much longer. So I wanted to make that announcement. I have some other announcements I want to make, and they're big dollar announcements, but I can't make them now. Maybe not next time we meet, but maybe the meeting after that. Some work that we've been doing quietly and trying to get ourselves out of the hole that we've been in for the last couple of years. I'm sure that's all I
Now we'll go to item 9, Mr. Paul Gouverneur, our CAO.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You've all received my report. A lot of it's informational. A couple of things I want to mention is that we're working diligently with the Lean Frog organization to finish the compensation study. Jill and I have met with them on numerous occasions. We've gotten some of the detail. They did send us an update, which I gave everybody. Everybody should get a copy of it, or it's on the NAS, saying that everything should be completed by mid-July. But we've gotten some of the feedback. We're working on it. We're going to work on a plan to address some of the things that they're telling us. But there's still, it's going along. There's no obstacles, I guess. It's going along as planned. I wanted to let everybody know that Senator Allen's office contacted me about applying for a Hoopla grant, which is a grant to refurbish a basketball court in the parish. And actually, I talked to Laura, and she said, "Paul, it's a long shot." She said, "But if y'all, if you want to, you can apply for it." So I got with my grant manager and my purchasing agent. We went and took pictures, and we picked Elizabeth Davis Park to redo that much-needed basketball court out there. And lo and behold, we were awarded the grant. So they're going to redo that whole court out there. It's a partnership between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Louisiana Legislative Charity Fund. And the program is funded through annual House versus Senate charity basketball game. So I understand that it's going to take a little while, but we were selected. So we should see that come to fruition hopefully within the next year.
How much is the grant for?
They're not giving me an amount. They just come in and they do it. They refurbish it through new goals, new backboards, things like that. I'm not sure about the lighting, but we're working with them. They haven't given me an amount.
They're going to give us a pavilion too?
It's a refurbishment of a basketball court.
They can put a top over it though, Paul. That's refurbished.
All we can do is ask.
I'll ask them. Give me the number.
Okay. A couple other things. I think all of you got the notice that the Centerville Bridge, they've moved the projected opening to Sunday, May the 24th. That's the latest that we've gotten on it. But that's all we know. That they were, I think, waiting for some parts for the hydraulics or something. But as far as I know, they're still on schedule for that. One other thing, I wanted to mention. A lot of times you don't hear these things, but Louisiana Workers' Comp, they come and they do risk assessments at some of our departments, and they went to the transfer station a few days ago, and I got this letter back, and I just wanted to read you what they wrote. They said, "I went by the transfer station yesterday to perform a risk hazard assessment. I did a walk around the shop and checked out the grounds for any potential issues. I am happy to report I found the shop to be in great shape and well organized. The crew there is to be commended for their efforts." So that's Clatter, Dietrich, and all his crew at the transfer station. So I was happy to get that letter from them commending, because Clatter's doing a heck of a job at the landfill. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Yes.
Madam Chair. Paul, I've been going to the garbage dump lately, and it's looking the best I've seen in 20 years.
They work hard out there. It's a lot.
Clatter in charge of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gentlemen, thank you.
I will pass that along. Thank you.
Landfill, Council.
Steiner.
Paul, have you heard anything about that the trail?
The St. Joseph, the walking trail around St.
Yes, sir.
Joseph, I've spoken to Michael Domain, who actually retired with the state, but he works one day a week. I reached out to him, and he told me that the feds were trying to redirect that funding, but he was going to do his best to keep it in the St. Joseph area. That was a few weeks ago. I reached out to him again this week to see if he had an update, and I have not heard from him. He only works 1 day a week, sometimes 2 half days, but he'll eventually get back with me. But he's working hard to get that to keep that money in the St. Joseph area.
Anybody else?
Madam Chair?
Adams?
I just have a question. I got an email from through Lisa about the registered voters office. They had some posters or something telling about the upcoming election and about the difference with this election compared to ones we've been having with the Democrat Party, Republican Party, and they was removed. Can I ask what's the reason for the removal?
We don't like anything posted in the elevators because people put things up with tape and just all kind of things, and it messes up the elevators. And when our Homeland Security Director saw him, he pulled them down. He didn't give them back to her, which probably was not a good
Well, that's right.
thing to
There
do.
need to be some communications of do's and don'ts
Yeah.
throughout the building,
Yeah,
so
because we don't want anything.
we don't
posted.
have this issue
People were posting
again.
all kind of stuff in the elevators. Come to this retirement party. Come to this weekend. And it was too much. So we don't like anything posted in the elevators.
Okay.
I mean, she never asked permission to post them there. I mean, they should have been, in my opinion, posted on the first floor where people come in and on the third floor where people go to vote.
Yeah, but you're
not
trying to get the
necessarily.
message out. We'll go to the 5th floor, we'll go to all the floors, all the way up to the courtrooms. And I think it's very important to get this information out with this upcoming election.
Absolutely, and I think the first floor and the third floor would have been a better place. But if nobody ever asked permission to do it.
Never figured out what they're gonna do in Baton Rouge, because they
Well,
changing everything
I
again.
know that, but the more communication we have, the better off we are. Especially trying to get voter turnout, because it's really miserable when you look at the turnout on all these elections.
Anything else for Mr. Gouverneur?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment to that point that Councilman Adams made. You're absolutely correct. And what the state of Louisiana is doing right now to demolish these 2 black congressional seats is absolutely asinine. And it's a horrific realization to humanity and an insult to humanity. But that's what our state is getting ready to do. So talk about voter education.
As of today, I think there's only one, and that's a shame too, but it's only one, but it's still got some ways to go.
Should be adding a third as opposed to eliminating one of the only 2, with only 4, historically, 4 black congressmen being elected from this state historically.
I'm not the
It's
one
a
to tell
shame.
that to, because that's where I was.
Yeah, it's
I
a
used to
shame.
tell that to the other people up there. and
That's a
particularly
shame.
The high level.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them too. Hopefully they're watching this on KBZE right now.
But they do have some terrible bills messing with elected officials.
Absolutely.
They do.
With the
Absolutely.
marshal's office, that's terrible.
Entire
All that's
political
crazy. I don't know
process
where
is
that's
going to
coming
hell.
Other items?
I'm right here for tonight.
Oh, I'm like, where'd she
I was
go?
invited to sit with y'all.
Rodney, you,
Yeah,
On
Madam
you.
Chair, I move that we go ahead and approve items A, B, and C.
I'll second.
Second.
There's no problems with none of
Okay,
these?
we have a motion, oh, yeah,
I do have a couple of comments.
okay. We have a motion by Mr. Orlando, and second by Mr. Adams. Oh, Dr. Reed. Okay, any discussion? Ms. Meany?
Yes, ma'am. On item A, planning and zoning did recommend to approve preliminary and final with modifications to the subdivision standards due to our requirements to have a fire hydrant within a certain amount of feet from a new property
Can
line.
you come a little closer, please?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is just going to grant them alternate fire protection instead of installing the fire hydrant. I do have letters from the fire chief in Baldwin and also Water and Sewer Commission 4, that it states this will be, it just verifies that the safety measures will be met.
Okay. Good.
Also for item C, should I go on with that? Okay. I just wanted to inform y'all that there were, well, it was just one opposition to the specific use for the horses.
Content of that opposition.
He is a direct neighbor, and he had concerns with waste disposal, flies, rodents, things of that matter.
Thank you, Mandy.
I'm gonna do all in favor,
Aye.
opposed, and I'm gonna, say aye on A and B, and C, I'm going to abstain. Okay. Okay, well, I'll abstain to all of them. Okay, motion carries.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item 10, report of council meetings. 10A, public hearing report, April 22nd, 2026.
I'll make a motion that we dispense with the reading except as written.
Have a motion by Dr. Orlando. Dr. Orlando.
Hey,
So used
Rodney,
to
you getting a
him down
promotion
there.
tonight.
Not doctor, not quite.
Dr. Ring. And second by who? Mr. Davis.
I'm didn't finish.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 11, report of meetings other than council meetings.
I have one comment. I had attended the South Central Planning meeting on behalf of Parish President Sam. It was very informative. First one I'd ever been to. The next one is scheduled for our parish. As soon as I find out where it's going to be and the date, I'll inform the council of where that's going to be, but it's going to be here in our parish. So, pretty good, very interesting meeting. Appreciate it.
Madam Chair,
Minor?
I was privy to a meeting a couple Fridays ago with Senator Ilan, Mr. Boudreaux, and Mr. St. Blanc with a potential business that was looking to come. Yes, and Reverend Matthews was there as well. Are we at liberty to discuss that yet, Mr. Jones, or are we still kind of early?
Can you give me a hint?
The refurbished,
Research?
the tire industry.
Oh.
Yeah, the tire refurb.
Not yet, but
Okay. But it was I just want to say it was a very productive, fruitful meeting, and they were,
we believe that we believe they might.
yes, it seemed very promising. So they are people that are looking to come to St. Mary and do business. So
It's not the one that's been out there for 4 years.
no, sir. No,
This is a new.
brand new. Yeah, this is something
This is
brand new,
brand new.
and they.
Item 12, introductions of ordinances.
12A for introduction is an ordinance amending ordinance number 2424, the St. Mary Parish to replace Archon Information Systems, LLC, DBA, Civic Source, with a qualified certified company for the process of advertising and sale of adjudicated properties and otherwise providing with respect thereto. B is for introduction and ordinance compliance with ordinance number 1973, divisions 5.4, general procedures for public hearings, sections 5.4.3, specific use permits granting a specific use for Francis Secord. What is your wishes?
Madam Chair, so move on A and B.
Rolander?
13, adoption of ordinances.
Okay, for adoption is an ordinance levying and imposing a tax for the purpose of maintaining and supporting St. Mary Parish Public Library and its branches as directed by a special election in the parish of St. Mary, excluding the municipality of Morgan City, and levying and imposing a tax on all the properties subject to taxation in the parish of St. Mary, state of Louisiana, for the year 2026. And for adoption is an ordinance levying a tax located outside the municipalities for all parochial purposes and segregating for local and parochial purposes, and levying and imposing a tax located within the municipalities to help defray the expenses of the criminal justice system of the Parish of St. Mary, State of Louisiana, for the year 2026.
I have a question.
Wait, let's get a
I'll
motion.
make a motion.
Okay, we have
A motion by Mr. Adams, a second by Mr. Vaughn.
Okay.
Okay, discussion?
And before we move on, if there's anyone in the audience that would like to publicly comment on these two ordinances, y'all may do this at this time. Hearing none?
This is an existing one, right? Yeah.
This is just a levying of the millages that we levied last year at the same amount this year.
And that's been approved for 5 years. Okay.
Yes.
For 4 years. No, it's a 4 years. It's a reassessment year, every 4 years, and this is good till 2028, I believe. Yes, sir.
Same amount, correct?
Yes, sir. Same amount as last year.
All right,
Thank you all.
Paul?
Thank you. This is on items 13A and B. Mr. Hill, he's absent. Mr. Rolfe?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Abear?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Duhorn?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Rink? Mrs. Hidalgo?
Yes, ma'am.
Reverend Matthews?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ina? And Mr. Olander?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We have 10 yeas and 1 absent, and the ordinance is carried. Thank y'all.
You didn't call him doctor, he didn't wake up. 14 resolutions, 14A, we did that, A, B, and C. Now 14D.
14D is a resolution adopting and approving the Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire for St. Mary Parish Sales and Use Tax Department as completed for the year ending December 31st, 2025. Would y'all like me to keep reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. E is a resolution approving and authorizing Sam Jones, President of the Parish of St. Mary, to execute a contract with Delcon LLC relative to the construction of a new central fire station for St. Mary Parish Fire District Number 11, contingent upon approval of the State of Louisiana Office of Facility Planning. F is a resolution authorizing the parish president of St. Mary Parish to execute an agreement with Land Unlocked LLC relative to the process of advertising and sale of adjudicated properties. G is a resolution authorizing the parish president of St. Mary Parish to execute a polling place lease of public property for polling place precinct number 40. H is a resolution requesting Justice Department approval for the relocation of the precinct 40, starting with the November 2026 election due to the anticipated sale of the present polling place. And I is a resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the parish of St. Mary, State of Louisiana, to vote upon an adoption of an amended St. Mary Parish Home Rule Charter, making application to the State Bond Commission and providing for other matters in connection therewith. What are y'all wishes?
Madam Chair, I got one question on E, for the fire station. Was that a public bid, or was that just,
Public bid.
it was?
Right, can y'all
Make a motion first.
Can we
Yeah,
take
let's
up
go
the
ahead and-
item, get a
let's go
motion on
ahead
the
and-
floor
yes,
and a
sir,
second first,
please.
please?
$2,070,000.
Made the motion?
No one
We
yet?
don't have one yet.
I'll make a motion
Okay.
for 14D
Second.
through I.
14D
Second.
through I. Thank
A
you. So
motion by
moved by.
Dr. Rink and second by Reverend Matthews.
Thank y'all.
Now we can discuss.
Madam Chair, if I could, I just want to, on item 14, what is it, DE, I want to commend, first and foremost, Chief Clarence Clark for taking the lead in the assignment that has been given him by the Board of Commissioners for Fire District 11 to pursue this endeavor. For the last 12 years, when I advocated for him to be assigned as the new fire chief 12 years ago, maybe a little longer than 12 years ago, that was one of the hot buttons and one of the goals for our community. And for the entire length of this time, I'm sorry, I'm gonna wait till y'all finish. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, I'm sorry.
No, we're
Sorry.
just talking about the bids.
Okay. So, Again, I want to commend the entire Board of Commissioners that's here. So, well, we have three commissioners here, along with Chief Clark. This is a fantastic work. This is a major achievement in history being made in St. Mary Parish, but particularly in this impoverished community. We are so proud of what we have done together as a community. And I'm especially proud tonight to acknowledge this and to adopt this resolution because Chief Clark and the board didn't sit on their hands and beg this governing body for this opportunity, didn't wait for us to create this opportunity, but they seized the moment and they did the work themselves. This is commendable, and y'all ought to stand up so that, how would you turn your camera off? Put that camera back on, man. You got to get this moment. Please stand up. And I want to give y'all a standing ovation. I'm particularly proud because I heard about this fire station and the desire and the plan to build a fire station since I was in high school. Actually, before high school, because my dad was one of the first commissioners appointed to that board by Mr. Joe Davis so many years ago. And it was a desire back then to build a brand new fire station, but we were told we didn't have the resources. St. Mary Parish didn't have the resources. The state couldn't do it. And so we agreed to accept what we currently have and have been operating out of for all of these years and still managed to protect property and save lives through the minimal resources that had been made available to Four Corners, but to District 11, to that community. Back then it was Four Corners Volunteer Fire Department, and that was all we had. But it has grown, it has evolved into Fire Protection District number 11, which serves one of the largest areas in landmass in St. Mary Parish with minimal resources. And not only that, but has gone on record and provided evidence to the entire state of how this district rises and has risen throughout the years to provide mutual aid to communities that many times it wasn't reciprocated. And our community wasn't revered and respected for the work that we had done. But y'all continue to persevere. And I'm proud to work alongside y'all to make this dream a reality. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield back.
Dr. Rink?
We sorry we interrupted. You know, it was we were asking about bids because that wasn't attached, and usually there's a bid log of what happened. But I want to say from personal interactions with Chief Clark and that board, they have honestly done a phenomenal job running this district and, you know, tightening their belts. And, you know, Clarence and I, for a while, had nearly daily conversations about this, and I really want to commend them. I will echo Rev's sentiments, you know, because he was not going to give up. He was going to get this fire station. It didn't matter what grant he had to apply for. It didn't matter if he was doing most of the legwork himself, you know, and they've done a phenomenal job really kind of tightening their belts with their finances to make sure that they had matched money and they didn't have to rely on us, and that they were going to get this project to go forward. You know, he works tirelessly with fundraisers to help, you know, with morale even in his department. And I mean, I can only commend him because he has the biggest volunteer department in our parish. I mean, and that really deserves a standing ovation, you know, because volunteer firefighting, it's a lost art at this point. So, congratulations, Clarence.
And Chief Clark, how many times were you told no? Too many to count?
Too many. And it's truly been blood, sweat, and tears,
Yes.
literally, with
Yes.
him trying to get this done.
Okay, do you have any more questions?
I do have one quick question about the contract, since I can't see it, for this landlocked LLC for the adjudicated properties. Is that cheaper than Civic Source? It's gonna be a better.
Yeah, it's gonna be a better company. The sheriff's department actually uses them.
Okay,
So,
okay,
it's gonna be a better deal for the parish.
okay.
Questions, any more discussion? Okay, we're gonna go to roll call.
Thank you. This is on items 14D through I. Mr. Rolfe.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Abear.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Duhorn.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Rink.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Hidalgo.
Yes, ma'am.
Reverend Matthews.
Very proud, yes.
Mr. Ina.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Olander.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Hill, he's absent. We have 10 yeas and 1 absent, and the resolutions carry. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, item 15, old business, there's none. 16, new business. A, B, informational. 16C.
Wait, B, we gotta.
No, sir.
We gotta appoint somebody, right?
This is informational, and it needed to be appointed before May 4th, 2026.
So what happened?
The governor will make his appointment, and I'm in contact with them, talking to them about it. Just like the one from Patterson, that one hasn't been appointed yet either. So I brought it to the attention of the
Okay.
Christian.
Why are we getting him so late and not to make our own appointment?
Well, the problem was, we had a 3-week span from our meetings, and we did contact the people that was within that district, and they couldn't find anybody that wanted to do it. There were some conflicts whether or not they were going to be able to run, if they were interims or not. So now we got all those answers, but we missed the 20-day layup.
Well, while we don't know about it, we can go look for people too. I mean.
Yeah, well,
we're in
it's
the
a
community.
20-day, it's like a very tight ship.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the
Yeah.
council needs to notify when this goes on
Yeah.
that we're looking for somebody, so everybody got contacts all in the parish.
Yes, most definitely. I'll make sure I send them out.
Who's gonna make these appointments? The governor?
The governor.
Right now.
Mhm. Just like we're still waiting on the one from March. He hasn't made that appointment yet either. So we are out 2 constables at this present moment.
Okay, item 16C, discussion and action relative to the official journal for the parish of St. Mary for the year July 1, 2026 to June 30, 2027.
We received bids from the St. Mary and Franklin Banner Tribune, $6 per square, billed in the column inches, and the Morgan City Review is $6 per square, billed in column inches. I just need y'all to make a motion which one y'all would like to use.
We'll move on Morgan City Review.
Thank you, sir.
Fair, second by Mr. Ruff. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, Patsy Powell has written to formally notify of her resignation from her position as a Commissioner of Board of Directors of St. Mary Parish Tourism Commission effective April 17th, 2026. I will thank Ms. Powell, and I will advertise the vacancy. E, Mr. David McGuire has written to resign from the Recreation District Number 2 Board of Commissioners effective immediately. I will thank Mr. McGuire and advertise the vacancy. F, Angelina Brocata has emailed to resign from the Hospital Service District Number 2. I will thank her for her service and advertise the vacancy. G, Calvin Johnson has written to resign from his position of St. Mary Parish Recreation District Number 3 effective immediately. I will thank Mr. Johnson and advertise the vacancy. H, Mr. Lane Boudreau has written to resign from his position as a board member of the Recreation District Number 3 effective April 29th, 2026. He'll be moving out of the parish, and I will thank him and advertise the vacancy.
Appointments to the following boards and commissions, Ms. Nisi.
Yes. J is Drainage District Number 6 in Amelia, has 2 vacancies. Janet L. Okra, Miguel Perez, Fong Nav Nguyen, and Shannon Boykin. What is your wishes?
I'll move on Miguel Perez and Shannon Boykin.
Second.
By Mr. Duhorn, second by Mr. Davis. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Fire Protection District Number 2, Centerville, has 3 vacancies. John Higdon, present member. Larry J. LeBlanc, present member. And I did receive a late applicant from the other present member. I'll place back on the next agenda next time. What is y'all wishes?
Chair, I'd like to move on John Higdon and Larry LeBlanc.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Orlando, second by, I heard Dr. Rink. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
We've already taken care of Hospital Service District number 1. Next, Recreation District number 4 in Patterson has 1 vacancy. Tommy Balloon, I'm sorry.
Move on, Mr. Tommy.
Second.
By Mr. Ruff, second by Mr. Adams. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Madam Chair, if there's no further business, I move that we adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Orlando, second by Mr. Abear. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.